Good morning, students. I wanted to show you a quick search in HBU OneSearch for the Montagnard people or Hmong people or Hmong people, depending on how you pronounce it. I'm going to go ahead and go from the hbu.edu site and put my mouse over academics, and underneath academics I see Moody Library. So from here, I'm going to scroll down. You see we're on the Moody Library page. I'm going to scroll down to HBU OneSearch. Now this searches everything, even books. It might miss a couple of our databases, but it gets just about every database. So I'm going to go ahead and do a right click and open the advanced search. So let's see. Go ahead and open that. Alright, so I believe it opened a new screen anyway. This is the HBU OneSearch Advanced Search. It not only searches EBSCO databases, but also other databases, a couple of ProQuest databases, and Science Direct, and different databases like that. Okay, so from here, I'm going to leave this open, but let me move this up a little bit. I want to show you that I have the HBU page open to the Moody Library page that I just showed you. And I'm going to scroll down and go to the research guide that I created for the graduate class. So let me go ahead and go down to that. So here's the research guides right here. You click on that, and then you will see a list of different subject areas on the left. Okay, so now you see a list of different disciplines, subject areas, and here I am right here if you need to get hold of me. Let's go ahead and go down to education, click on it, and let me see if I can find your class. Here we go. EDBI, I think it could be BL, 5,305 online or on campus. And here's what I've created for you. There's a couple of videos that I'm going to be adding to one of these tabs in here. There's a link to APA help over here and some videos from Credo Reference, which are really good. Okay, and let's see. This is a list of different databases, and I have actually gone through all of those last night and searched for my people group in every one of these to see if I could get anything, and I removed the ones I couldn't. If I thought there might be some people groups in there that weren't the one I was doing, for example, the American Indian one I left, because some of you might be looking into that, but I wasn't. But I left it because it had to do with cultures, okay? So here's your assignments right here for this class and the rubric. And this is a way you can search for ebooks if you need to. If you don't want to come to the library, you want to look for ebooks. There is a warning that some of these are come up physical books, okay? But most of them are going to be ebooks that you can get to from your computer, okay? So let's go ahead and also show you that I've put some YouTube videos about the people group that I'm studying. And let's see what we got here. Videos. This is a great page. Tells you about login screens, what they look like, how to get to the Moody Library from outside, inside the portal. This is a really long instruction on how to use the databases. Let's see. You don't really need that. How to use the catalog. You'll use that if you're looking for physical books there in the library. Also ebooks. There's several videos here on that. This is a link to interlibrary loan services. If there's a book or an item that you need that we don't have, as long as it's not something that's not going to cost us money. A little money, okay, but mostly it's dissertations. We will get back with you and let you know if we can or can't get it. But most cases we can try. Alright, here's how to use the journal searches if you're looking for a specific journal. It looks like these are some more videos that we've created. And then here's a little link to different, I believe these are videos also on how to find dissertations, okay? You've also got, let's see, I think this is more videos. This page is very important. It explains how to use your Boolean operators or your truncation symbols in the databases, which I will be using here in a minute. And then you've got how to find qualitative studies or quantitative studies, how to find instruments. There's really a lot more to this than this. Here's how to use ERIC and then combine it with other databases, which is really good for you guys. Here's another video on how to use HBU OneSearch, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Other videos, and then what are these? This is just another English class that I was working with on how to use Credo reference and then JSTOR and HBU OneSearch for this topic. Okay, so let me go ahead. Let me show you. This is where I'm going to put the resources that I'm working on today, the videos and links. And then you've got all this information here about APA that you can also use. It opened a new page, but this goes to Purdue OWL. Right here you've got an index that I created that helps me find stuff in the APA manual. And then you've also got some examples. And let's see, where's Credo reference? This is really good, Credo reference modules. They do take a little while to load, but they're really good on the APA 7th edition. Okay, so let me go close that and go back to the guide for this class. I've written some keywords here from the instructions that I got from your teacher, that I saw from your teacher, and I've incorporated them into kind of a search string. And I'm going to copy this right now, but I will explain that to you in a minute. So let me go ahead and grab that. And let's go ahead and go back to the HBU OneSearch. When you click on the HBU OneSearch, you're going to get this basic search. You really want the advanced search. Okay, so I'm clicking on that. And notice that you've got drop-down fields, title field of the article, the author's name, the subject headings, journal name, abstract. Okay, and you can leave it at select a field. That's really the very best way to search for right now. And you want to keep your ands on the outside, so it takes the words you put on the first line, and then in the next line it narrows down again and narrows down again. If you leave it at or put an or there, it's going to search everything in this line and put it in a bag and everything. And on this line, a totally separate search, and then dump them all together without requiring both sets of terms to be together in your articles. Okay, so you always want to keep your ands on the outside, and any ors should go in the inside with the synonyms. Okay, so my example today is the Montagnard people. And I'm going to use a truncation symbol, which is the asterisk. That will give you the plural or singular of that term. And I know they're also called the Hmong people, H-M-O-N-G, and I'm putting the asterisk again for plural or singular, so I get both terms, and also anything hyphenated after the G there, or anything hyphenated after the D. Okay, so we're going to come down here, and remember I copied that search string that I already made from your guide. So I'm just going to plop that. I'll wait to plop that there. Let me go ahead and just put in here language, for example. Now, I have truncated that for languages, but also you could do dialect, right? Because there could be certain dialects of the language. I have no idea. So this will give me one dialect or one language, or plural languages or plural dialect, okay? So I'm actually doing, I believe it's like 4 searches here, or maybe it's 2 searches. Everything with Montagnard language, Montagnard dialect, and then again it's searching for everything Hmong and language, and Hmong and dialect, plural or singular, okay? So that is what's actually going on right now when I click this, okay? I could come down here and also limit to scholarly peer-reviewed journals, which is a good idea. But for now, I'm not going to do that. This will also bring up books, okay? So be aware of what you're getting. Make sure that you're very cautious about what you're pulling to use, depending on what your professor has told you to use, okay? So let me just run this search real quick. I'm not going to limit by years. A lot of these people came over after the Vietnam War to the United States as refugees, and there's still a bunch that are still in Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. Okay, they're all over the place. In that area. So let me go ahead and run the search and see what we get. Now this is searching, like I said, 98% of all of our databases. So you're going to get quite a few hits. Okay, so you see that we retrieved 1,280 items, okay? If you scroll down, now I could add other terms here if I wanted to, but if you scroll down on the left side, you can check that you only want scholarly peer-reviewed journals, okay? Or you could ask for full text even, okay? Or change the years. It says that it's starting in 1963. If you scroll down, look by filter by format, you can hit the show more button, and they're telling you that you're pulling up 37 items that are books, 89 that are just regular magazines, 127 reports, 226 newspapers, 670 academic journals. That's one step below scholarly. Let's see, we got reviews probably of books, trade publications, maybe someone's selling something, I don't know. Audio, maybe a video. Dissertations, we've got 2, probably coming from ProQuest dissertations. Electronic resources, 1. Videos, 1. And conference materials, 1. Okay, so depending on what you want, you can filter or go look at those. I'm going to cancel that for right now. You can also come over here and you can narrow this down by subject. By language. So let's click on language over here. And I'm going to always do show more because you never know what you're going to get. Of course, I am not going to take any of these other ones, but if you wanted to, if you could read Vietnamese or read Russian or Spanish, you could take these other ones. But it's kind of cool to see all the different languages. I will take the English ones and I will go ahead and update that. So that will narrow it down one way. Okay. So remember, this is bringing up articles about every topic, not just education. Okay. So, but you still remember that you can learn from other disciplines. It doesn't have to just be education. For example, let's say there's a business article about how to teach maybe the Hmong people English. You might have a business that's doing that. So you want to look at that article, okay? So don't be stuck only on your discipline, okay? If you want to, you can, but my idea is that you want to look at everything. This first one here is Serial Verbs and the White Hmong. And notice this is the ebook collection, okay? So if I had limited the scholarly peer-reviewed journals, I would not probably have retrieved this item, okay? So if you wanted to look at this book, you would click on PDF. I suggest you not do the full download. If you do the full download, make sure you do it on a laptop or a PC. You don't want to really try it on a phone or some other item that you don't know where it's actually downloading to. Once it gets downloaded, we have no control over it. We can't tell you where it downloaded or anything like that. So we suggest that you just open the PDF. Let me just open that real quick. And you should be asked to log in before it actually opens. For you, right now I'm on campus, so it's letting me open this up. And you can see here's the different parts of the book. You can also search within that book, okay? It gives you a choice to email some pages. Remember, because of copyright, you're not going to be able to email the whole book, okay? Let me go back. Another thing is about HBU OneSearch, which I forgot to mention, is if you're off campus, when you first come in, you're going to see a yellow line right about up here. Okay, that is what you click on to actually sign in to show that you are an HBU student. So I want to make sure you do that. If you forget and you try to open the PDF, it's going to force you to log in anyway, okay? But with this database, you're going to click up on the top up here, okay? So I'm about to run out of time. So let me go down here. You see there's some PDFs here. But you could also limit it by subject. So I'll do that real quick. Always hit the show more. And then you can, let's just mark a couple of these. Let's see, is there anything about English? Maybe this one. I'm going to leave this alone. We'll take everything to do with language or English or teaching. Communication, I'm running out of time. Let's just update with that. And now you can see that it will update, and we have a whole lot less to go through, okay? So when you see a full text finder, that means you have to click out to go to that article, okay? But these are full text right in here, okay? So watch another HBU video that takes a little more time to explain how HBU OneSearch works. But this is just to show you how to run a search for your topic.